Hi, I'm Megan and this is Sebastian, and we've been sailing around Australia for 3 days now. Click the subscribe button to join our voyage. I'll just hope for the best. This video has been such a long time coming, but it's finally here. So around this time last year, Sebastian and I drove to Central Australia all the way from Sydney. We took about 3 weeks, I think, or just over for our trip, and we drove probably like 6 or 7 hours most days. We went through New South Wales, we went through Victoria a little bit, South Australia, and then into the Northern Territory. It was long, but it was really, really cool. We needed to get out of Sydney. We needed to see something different, having been stuck in one place for so long throughout the lockdowns. So maybe you're thinking, why did we drive? Why didn't we just fly there? We wouldn't have spent days and days and days driving for hours on end. Well, the thing is, when you get in a plane in one city and then you end up in another city, you never see the landscape change or how you got there. And fair enough if you really don't care and time is, precious. I know time is precious, but I really do appreciate and love being able to watch the landscape change, especially on this trip as we moved from state to state and from the coast to inland Australia and then right up into the centre where there's water but there's no ocean. And it's such a different feel, and just watching that landscape change from green to yellow to red is a really cool experience. I've been playing with the idea of video logging for a little while now, maybe a long while, but yeah, Sebastian and I kind of have all this gear. We've got like drones and GoPros, and we like capturing our experiences as we travel and as we see new places. And the idea of sort of putting it together and creating a video like this one has been something that I've definitely procrastinated far too much about. And also, this video has been in the making for probably 6 months now, and most of that time is just me sort of, I'd say 5% coming up with ideas of what I want to put in the video or what I want to show. And then the rest of it is just procrastination and, trying to find perfection that will never be there, and, or this video will just sort of never make it. But it's done now, so here it is. And here's us having a play with, the drone and getting car shots and things. It's a whole other world of trying, recording things just for your own sake. We grab out our camera to record a moment or take a photo, but to create content that makes a cool video takes a bit of planning, I think. I think it's going to be really fun to learn to create better content or more useful content. Strangest rainbow. This is Lake Tyrrell. It's a place in rural Victoria called Sea Lake, aptly named because this lake really does look like the sea. It's huge, it's massive. As far as we could see, it was all dry salt. There was no actual water. And yeah, this was not on our way. We took a little detour to get here because we thought it would be a really cool thing to see. And it was, we got some cool shots.
Closer. Closer. Is that alright, mate?
There we go.
Happy?
I don't know about you guys, but oh, I can't say this without laughing because Sebastian was just singing Taylor Swift to me. Anyway, alright, so I don't know about you guys, but we naively assumed that Central Australia, dry, desert, that there would be no plants, no trees, no life. And like, on one level, I know that sounds ridiculous because the whole world is this ecosystem with all these different kinds of environments where life definitely thrives. But yeah, it was a really nice surprise to see that as we got closer and closer to Central Australia, further away from the coast, there were still lots of different kinds of trees and plants and shrubs, even in like the very, Central Australia, at Uluru, Alice Springs. It was pretty green. I think they'd had like a good sort of rain season recently. Definitely do now this year with all this La Nina. But there were plants. It was cool. Definitely feel how dry it is in your body though. Well, I could at least. My body was just like I was living in a clay mask. This is Port Augusta. Port Augusta would be our last stop before we headed into more rural, less metropolitan areas of Central Australia. So like cafes, food, things like that. This would be the last stop we'd have for that before we got to Coober Pedy. And from Port Augusta, it's basically one big, really long, straight road all the way up to the top of Australia. This was really just the beginning of our trip. In our next video, I'll show you our overnight stop in the quirky and very dry town of Coober Pedy. I'll share a little bit about our time in Alice Springs and our outback 4-wheel driving trip to Uluru. See you there!